So, Sankyo, third control. It's one of the best locks. It's probably not as many opportunities to get it on as there is for something like Nikyo, but controlling the fingers is really powerful. Now, just a couple of principles, Rama. So when I'm doing Sankyo, I always, when I'm grabbing the fingers, I want to grab all the fingers. Now, the reason for this is that there's a lot of pain compliance there, and there's a lot locking that back to his center. But if I grab one, I will definitely break this. But a real martial artist is not going to quit because he broke his finger, right? But if you've got all of the things, you're unlikely to break them all, but it's very hard, even the most drug-affected person, to resist having all of his fingers flexed, right? So that's one of my key principles here. The other thing you need to be able to do is when he's flexing my fingers, right, I need to know how to get out of it and reverse it, right? Really, that has to be one of my key things. Right, so anyway, we're going to go through the basics first. So to me, Menuchi is my basic. I know a lot of people start with Katate Dori, and there's a lot of good reasons to do that. But my style, the way I do Aikido, is based around Menuchi. The grips are number two, I guess. It's like, you have your sword, and then you suppress the sword, you get your taijutsu techniques or your bukidori, weapons taking techniques. This is a similar kind of idea. Anyway, if I'm going to do Menuchi, I always want to initiate. But if he goes first, I can still deal with it, but I don't want to give him the initiative. I don't want to give him that extra move ahead of me. So if he's like in range, and I know I can sense he's going to attack me, I want to go first. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go first. Now, number one principle, if this hand doesn't come up, bam, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to hit him, and then I'm going to follow it up. Right? So my idea is I'm not expecting this hand to come up. I'm expecting to hit him. That's what I'm trying to do. Bang, the hand comes up. This time, now I've got a Sankyo. So it's a controlling his blocking or countering hand. So first, I'm going to step across the front. So emote, I've got this angle. What I'm going to do, I'm controlling, I'm upright. We've got all of those techniques we were talking about yesterday. So now to take the grip, I'm going to put my shoulder in without compromising my balance or putting this in my neck. If I put it in my neck, he'll counter me. So here, I can stop him standing up. He wants to stand up. Won't stop him forever, but it'll be enough for me to get this. Now I've got it. So here, I'm using my hip. So I'm going to step in his center, and I'm going to strike. Now he's got two choices. He can resist this, or he can resist this. Very hard to resist both. So if he manages to stop me doing that, bang, and then I'll get this. Or he moves from that. When I step in, I'll still get to striking. The cut down, I cut down my center. Just like with the sword. Boom. Turn my hips. 1, 2. I let him through the gap. This knee's going to go right in his neck. Squeeze. On the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sankyo variations. I'm going to go through a simple one first, which is one of my favorites, and then we'll move into some more exotic ones. So if I grab Rama, we're just using this same Menuchi open palm movement. As I come in, I'm going to slip it across his palm directly onto his fingers. I'm going to flex it at the bottom. Move in, and then then it's exactly the same. So I'm not going to show you the pin. You know what the pin is, so you can do it. So So basically I'm going to slide across the front and take this grip. I've already twisted it. This is pretty... So in here I'm going to slide that in there, slide this up without decreasing the pressure at all. Now, the only way he can get out is to slide over there and turn towards me, but you know, it's pretty easy to stop. Okay, so once more, we can do a mote andura. I'm going to step in, grab the fingers, flex them, and take them through. Okay, Sankyo mote andura. It's kind of interesting variations because Sankyo and principle of Sankyo, it works a lot of different ways. And in fact, Sankyo and Yonkyo are pretty much the same technique. You know, Yonkyo is done on the nerves of the wrist and the forearm, but the linkage to the center is the same. So pretty much always, if I'm going for Sankyo and he starts to wiggle, right, I can always move to a Yonkyo. And I always will. Basically. But anyway, so if he travels behind me and takes Ryokatate Dori, so here I'm going to move in. So principle here is I always move back into him. I'm out here, I get my arms torn off. Here, I start to control his balance. Like he is on my back, so I can't close in there, he's going to take my neck. And I know he's going to go for my neck. If he does, I'm going to turn with it. Whoa. Right, so here, I'm going to go back. I'm going to reach up and take it. Turn towards him and cut down. So again, I bring this in front. I give it lots of, I don't never look behind. I do want this set up, but I can do it anyway. I've just got to do it by feel. If I end up the wrong side, I'm just going to move into him and I'll set it up properly. So when he grabs me from behind, oh, I feel that. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take the grip. Now I'm going to go like, do you want to go over? Okay. So here. And Koshinage. It's very little. When you do Koshinage, it has to be, well, my belt should be a bit lower, but it's where your belt is, like on your, what's that bone? Is that no, it's a coccyx. But anyway, whatever. You know. So I move back into it. Right? I'm going to grab the rear hand. I look at this hand. I turn my hips. I'm not, there are throws like this, but I'm turning. I'm turning and I'm moving through him. Okay, so we're going to get people who don't want to do high falls are going to be this side, and people who do want to do high falls are going to be this side. And for those that don't want to be thrown, you've got to tell your partner has to listen, and it's going to be like this. I don't want to go. I'm just going to put him on his point of balance. Now the key thing for him is if he stiffens his legs, he's going to go over like a seesaw, right? It makes a seesaw. He's got to be like a sack of potatoes, and then he won't fall off, and I'll just let him up. He goes and takes harder. I've got to move here straight away. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go under, and I'm going to grab. Take this. Right? Again. He's taking the grip. Right? I'm going to go under, and I'm going to take it. Now what sometimes happens here, I might end up with the yonkyo. That's fine. Up. Easy. So, give it a go, very easy. I'll dumb it down. Here. And I can go either way. It's not really an emote or an aura on this. There's a lot of opportunities for different techniques with Sankyo because it gives you a lot of control and gives you a lot of control in a lot of different dimensions. Now, something like, there's a lot of what we call hybrid techniques with Sankyo as well, where they're kind of mixed up. So, there's things like this one, which is a favourite. That'd be one. And what's another classic one? So Kurishimi is one of my favourite holds. You go this way, so the most basic one is directly down here. Then something a bit more glamorous. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to take this, step on his toe, and obviously this doesn't work out very well for him. I've got to let that off or it's rough on the foot as well. So you start to get these really complicated throws, and then the ones that, like the Sankyo Nageres, which are based on Aikido. And this is one time where you would raise the elbow because I'm cutting him up. You see what I mean? So really, and there's a lot of opportunities to flow into different kinds of wrist locks from here. So, Sankyo, very versatile lock. And the lock flow, I feel Sankyo really gives you a lot of opportunities to branch out into different kinds of wrist locks.